Intifada. Long live the Intifada. Intifada, Intifada. Globalize the Intifada. Globalize the Intifada. Globalize the Intifada. Ghazze, Ghazze, you are us. New York is by your side. Ghazze, Ghazze, you are us. New York is by your side. Ghazze, Ghazze, you are us. The people are by your side. The people are by your side. The people are by your side. Israel, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. Israel, what do you say? How many kids did you kill today? Israel, we know you. You imprison children too. Biden, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. Biden, what do you say? How many kids did you kill today? Biden, we know you. You imprison children too. We stand here in New York City on Martin Luther King Day to say, as we have been saying the last 3 months, the last decade, the last 75 years of oppression, that Palestinians must be free, and that Israel's continuous attacks on Palestine is nothing less than a genocide that has escalated in the last 3 months, but has been going on for much longer. We are here today as within our lifetime as healthcare workers for Palestine and over 140 endorsing organizations. To say enough is enough. We are sick and tired of our tax dollars being used to kill our families back home. We are sick and tired of witnessing Palestinians be murdered with impunity, and so we are proud of the healthcare workers who stand with us today from across the country and across the world to say that anybody who calls himself a healthcare worker should be
take a step forward.
Please give it up for our next speaker, Rawan, from the National American Muslim Medical Student Association.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, peace be upon you. My name is Rawan, I'm Palestinian, and I'm here representing 𝐷𝐚𝐳. As medical students and the future of healthcare, we stand firmly with our oath to do no harm. We are past the era in which medicine was viewed as separate from global politics. As the healers of society, we will continue to demand accountability from our medical institutions who have remained silent throughout, to uphold their mission and commitment to justice and health for all, no matter where they are and no matter what color their skin is. In addition, as Muslims, we stand by Allah's command to encourage good and prevent evil. Surely one innocent life is the loss of humanity, and we've stood and watched nearly 30,000 lives be lost in Gaza. Whether they are Muslim, Christian, Jewish, man, woman, or child, nobody has been saved from the indiscriminate strikes of the Israeli government. Paid for by the U.S. and your taxes. What good are the humanitarian aid trucks if there are no hospitals left? What good are hospitals if there are no doctors left? And what good are doctors if there are no people to treat left? And what good to do any of us as self-proclaimed healers serve if we remain silent in these times? We as 𝐷𝐚𝐳, as Muslims, as medical students, and as humans call for a permanent ceasefire, an end to the occupation and oppression of the Palestinian people. In doing so, we hope to save the life of at least one innocent man, woman, child, to regain a societal norm, clarity, and to restore humanity. So as a Palestinian, as a medical student, and as a human, we deserve a ceasefire. We demand a ceasefire now. Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
So free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
From the river to the sea,
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
ولا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله
والشاهد حبيب الله.
والشاهد حبيب الله
لا إله إلا الله والشاهد حبيب الله
والشاهد حبيب الله
والصهيوني عدو الله. So free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
I'm honored to welcome our next speaker, the resident scholar for the Mass Youth Center in Brooklyn, Sheikh Mohammed Badr.
أن تعدلوا وإن تلووا أو تعرضوا فإن الله كان بما تعملون خبيرا. I begin in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the glorious, the magnificent, the protector of all the innocent, and the one who humbles all the tyrants. And I ask him to send his peace and blessings upon our dear beloved Prophet Muhammad, the master of his servants. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, O you who have believed, uphold justice and bear witness to God, even if it is against yourselves or your parents or your loved ones. Refrain from following your own desires so that you can act justly. And if you distort or neglect justice, God is all aware of what you want, of what you do. I wanted to come here to thank first and foremost Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Almighty God. Because as Muslims, whether we go through good or bad, difficulty or ease, the first thing and the last thing that we ever do is always to thank Him. I wanted to thank also the organizers within our lifetime and healthcare workers for Palestine for putting this together. I wanted to thank all of you for coming out after over 100 days of this continued genocide and oppression and massacre. For coming out despite the cold. For coming out despite being on your day off and having tens of other options for what to do. You chose to be here following this commandment, standing for justice. So thank you. But most importantly, after thanking Almighty God, I want to thank the Palestinian people. I want to thank them for reminding us of this sacred struggle for justice that God mentioned so many times in His holy revelations. I want to thank them for reminding us after the world has become complacent and forgotten for decades. I want to thank them that they reminded us that no matter the size of your oppressor, no matter their wealth, no matter their alliances, no matter their equipment, resistance is never futile. I wanted to thank them. I wanted to thank them for reminding us that this didn't start 3 months ago. This didn't start with the Intifada. This didn't start in 1948 with the Nakba. I wanted to thank them for reminding us that this started over a century ago when the British Empire chose to take a land that it had no right over and hand it over for colonization and occupation and oppression. I want to thank the Palestinian people for reminding us that justice is greater than all of us. For when they bury loved one after loved one, when they sift through the rubble of their homes, when they pick up the remains of their children in plastic bags, the first things that come out of their mouths is thanking God Almighty, is recognizing that He's greater than all of us, recognizing that we will stand before Him on the Day of Judgment when ultimate justice will be established. I want to thank them for reminding us, for us to be on the right side of things then, we have to be on the right side of them here and now. So thank you to the Palestinian people. I want to thank the Palestinian people for reminding us that justice isn't a person. Justice isn't an organization. Justice isn't a country or a building. Justice is a component of our faith. Justice is a way of life. Justice is a set of actions and principles that we have to stick to. Justice is greater than all of us. So even if they manage to murder every man, woman, and child, doctor, nurse, and patient, they will find that in our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinians. Thank you all for coming out here. Thank you for reminding them that we are still here. The cold will not stop us. Nothing will stop us in our pursuit for this sacred justice. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum.
In our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinian. In our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinian. In our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinian. In our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinian. 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 Hey, hey, ho, ho, the occupation has got to go.
I'm currently in Rafah, southern Gaza. The conditions on the ground resemble a scene in a post-apocalyptic movie. Tens of thousands of people crowded into makeshift tents. In Khan Yunis, the sound of drones, missiles, and small arms fire is the wake-up call for tens of thousands of children. They then either wait in long lines endlessly for basic essentials or walk around aimlessly. This is the refugee curse. Wait and walk and wait some more. There is currently an ever-growing outbreak of RSV-related acute respiratory illness. The most troublesome manifestation is bronchiolitis. In the past 2 days, I've seen 75 children, all under 3. The majority under 1, and a significant percentage under 3 months. All with cough, but the young ones with bronchiolitis and several with tachypnea at 80 breaths per minute. 100% of these children live in polluted tents or on the streets. All are affected by the smoke and pollution. If this is a particularly inflammogenic virus, we will lose 2 to 5% of these infants. War deaths, they won't be classified as such, but they should be because of the ongoing attacks on infrastructure. Access to heat, bathroom facilities, and potable water are virtually non-existent. The children are vomiting and have diarrhea. From a public health perspective, the prospect of E. coli, salmonella, or worst case cholera is frightening. There are 3 proposals that are the bare minimum and are irrefutable. First, an immediate and unconditional ceasefire by the IDF. Second, an immediate cessation on the attack of healthcare facilities and our healthcare workers. Third, dramatic increase in the aid crossing into Gaza. What's coming in now is not enough. This is the single most dehumanized area I've ever seen. Camp Moria and Lesbos doesn't hold a candle to it. The Rohingya and Cox's Bazar were initially met with open arms, checkbooks, and a plethora of international NGOs. None of this exists in Gaza. The borders are hardened, and the concentration of internally displaced people is increasing by the day. Once pressed across the Egyptian border, there's nowhere else to go. An area of 175,000 now houses 1.2 million. This is unsustainable. The first step must be a ceasefire, and the agent of change is the U.S. Once again, that was Dr. John Kaler from Gaza. Now, more than ever, we must heed his call and the call of hundreds of other doctors in Gaza, especially those of the praying Palestinian doctors who have risked and lost it all in the name of their oath to do no harm. We must raise our collective voice in uproar against this brutal assault on humanity, an assault waged by Israel and funded by the United States. The time for complacency is over. We must not wait silently while their bombings overflow hospitals to the point where there's no anesthesia. When there are no operating tables left and surgeries being performed on bloody ground. When they bomb people's homes and then bomb them some more in hospitals. When they commit a genocide and expect healthcare workers to pick up the pieces. We cannot stand idly by as our politicians fail us. It's our duty to mobilize. Whether it be in the halls of Congress, the streets of New York, or in the offices of our medical institutions, there must not, cannot be peace as the genocide unfolds with our tax dollars. As Doctors Against Genocide, this is what we are doing to live up to our oath to do no harm. We need everyone here and around the world, so please join us. We must raise our voices for our bombarded healthcare workers in Gaza. Raise our voices for humanity. Raise our voices for an end to genocide. Raise our voices for a free Palestine. Free Palestine! And now it is my honor to introduce a member of Doctors Against Genocide, Dr. 𝐷𝐷𝐿 𝐺𝐻𝐵.
Assalamu alaikum and greetings to everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is 𝐷𝐷𝐿 𝐺𝐻𝐵. I'm speaking to you today as a doctor, a mother, and a human being. Horrified by what has been happening for the past 100 days in Palestine, the past 20 years in the Congo, the past 10 months in Sudan, and horrific atrocities and humanitarian crises happening all over the world. As a doctor, I've been fortunate to do several medical mission trips, serving victims of war and natural disasters, from Haiti to Syria, the Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh, Swat in northern Pakistan, to the Bahamas after Hurricane Dorian. There are some images and stories that you can never forget. Haitian children chewing on sugarcane for breakfast, their only subsistence, not knowing when their next meal would come. Rohingya refugees fleeing torture, rape, and terror in Myanmar. Syrian orphans freezing cold without anyone to make a wood fire, eating grass. The sadness of all children living in refugee camps without a soccer ball or a doll to play with. Their hopes and dreams decimated to dirty well water, porta potties shared by thousands, long lines at the UN Food Distribution Center. And as an Indian, I can never erase the memory of children living in the slums of Mumbai, in makeshift houses made of scraps of cardboard and metal, a life destined to begging on the streets, child labor, or human trafficking. And under the rubble of Gaza, I see my daughter. In Reem and every sweet child of Gaza, I see my daughter, and I weep. I believe every child is God's gift to us on earth, born of complete innocence and perfection. As a doctor, I know how miraculous birth is, from conception, which is a statistical improbability, to childbirth, one of the most painful experiences a human can go through. Children are our teachers, our guides, our tests to stay on the moral track and be the best role models and providers for them. We are blessed with these gifts and charged with the supreme responsibility for caring for them. And we are failing. We are failing the world's children. As a doctor, my Hippocratic oath, do not ever stop fighting for them. Do not ever stop fighting for peace, justice, and the protection of our planet. Do not ever think the children of Gaza are not your children. They are all our children. Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry. Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry. We will never let you die.
Israel bombs, USA pays. How many kids did you kill today?
Israel bombs, USA pays. How many kids have you killed today?
Biden, Biden, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide.
Biden, Biden.
They happen under constant bombardment, sniper fire, tank shelling, with no supplies, no water, no food, no saline, no morphine. They're treating the patients on cold, blood-drenched floors.
Kashmir. Yes, Kashmir.
I know I'm not alone. If I, as a nurse, in my career can achieve 1% of what our colleagues in Gaza is doing, I can retire a happy nurse. In 3 months of Israel's war on Gaza, it has killed more than 337 healthcare workers. This is more than the total number of healthcare workers killed in all countries in global conflicts in any single year since 2016. Before the Israeli invasion, Gaza had 36 hospitals. Today, only 6 remain. They have been obliterated in airstrikes. 53 healthcare centers have also been destroyed. 121 ambulances blown up.
I'm sorry, this side flag is what?
It's Algeria.
Algeria. Oh, okay. Thank you. This one is Algeria.
10,000 cancer patients face the risk of death. A few days ago, the medical staff in our hospital remained for the prayer of Allah. The last functioning hospital in the middle of Gaza was forced to evacuate because of Israeli sniper fire on the ICU. They have to leave behind many patients who want to renew their units, their uniforms, the patients in wholesale, the patients in elderly homes. One day after evacuating, the ICU targeted an ambulance on route to Gaza, killing all 6 people inside, saving 4 of whom were healthcare workers held by Red Crescent Society. The BBC introduced some of the doctors and nurses who succeed all over the hospital. After their conversion, and also I can't see anyone. Get out of here. group, MC5 from Detroit. In their concert, and some of my brothers and sisters here can know, they will stop and say to the audience, "Brothers and sisters, it is time, the time has come for each and every one of you to decide whether you are going to be the problem or whether you're going to be the solution. You must choose, brothers and sisters, you must choose. It takes 5 seconds. 5 seconds of this session. 5 seconds for you to realize your purpose here on Earth, on this planet. It takes 5 seconds. And it's time to move. It's time to get down with it. And I ask you, are you ready to testify? To testify means that we make 3 demands. 1, NYSA and other nursing unions, they need to issue their own statement calling for an immediate, permanent ceasefire now. NYSA has yet to do this more than 100 days into this genocidal war. And I ask NYSA and other nursing unions, what do the nursing unions if you sit in silence and watch a genocide? 2,
Palestinian people, Palestinian healthcare workers have fought back and resisted. Israel's assault has destroyed 27 of Gaza's 36 hospitals, killed countless healthcare workers and their families, and has done nothing less than destroy the literal foundations of public health for the Palestinian people. They have destroyed the people of Gaza's access to food, water, and shelter, and this will likely lead to even greater suffering and death to come. It's estimated that 500,000 people, a quarter of Gaza's population, could die from preventable health causes in the coming year alone. Can you imagine someone fighting to survive this genocidal campaign, fighting for your child to survive, and then dying?
We want justice, you say how?
Today we were supposed to be joined by a Palestinian Reverend Khaled from the Lutheran Church of Brooklyn and Bay Ridge. But unfortunately, he's not going to be able to join us until we reach the United Nations, where we will continue.
Standing right here. Turn the walk.
We have a statement to share with you here today. A statement from Dr. Abdullah Ramadan of the hospital. He wrote this statement a few days ago so that we can read this out here in front of you all to hear directly from the doctors of Gaza themselves. Dear brothers and sisters, from the echo of broken walls, from the whispers of shattered dreams, my voice joins you today, my fellow seekers of justice, sending a clear message that we will never be silenced. The clock ticks incessantly, marking 97 days of fear, displacement, death, and deafening silence. My life was filled with cherished memories, now lies in tattered remnants. Still, with every sunrise, I cling to the fragile hope that this relentless nightmare will someday fade into memory.
Yeah!
Why? Are you communist?
Thank you. I never met him.
But also my hands would have fallen off.
मैं आप सबको दिखा रही हूँ कि देखो कितने लोग हैं। ये सर्दी है, इतनी सर्दी है। लेकिन कितने लोग हैं।
Get the flag, get the kafia. Check it out.
Guys, I got big flags on sale.
Excuse me? Kafia, flags, kafia, flags. Kafia, flags.
Yeah, we're social
This is big. This is big. It's just that they'll
एक
have
दफ़ा हाथ से आज़ादी चली जाए, इसको वापस लेना बहुत मुश्किल है। पाकिस्तान के लोगों को खुदा के वास्ते ये समझना चाहिए कि इस वक्त आज़ाद हैं, अपने मुल्क के अंदर हैं, हमें कैसे आज़ाद होना है। No, इधर ये लोग भी हैं।
I was raised on, I know all these people.
living in Israel today. They became Israeli Arabs. Do I know any of them? I've lived in Israel for years.
I know. Have you talked to them? Have you heard
I haven't talked to them. I haven't talked to them. I lived in Israel for years. My gym trainer was Arab.
Those are not us.
Right, talking about stealing, we're gonna get like, yeah, this little, or they turned seeds of a watermelon into a Star of David. Oh, we captured the watermelon. We're so creative. Right.
Yeah, we did. We grew watermelons before
You
this.
saw the watermelon.
We grew them before this. Nobody grew them.
There will be no people
Oh, you guys
fighting
invented
watermelon.
watermelon?
In Israel.
Oh, the Israelis invented watermelon.
I'm saying. So now we're back to the current.
So like this guy, you can't stand right here though.
Thank you.
It's all over. I'm saying, I actually wanted to.
Number 2, do not consent to any searches of your bag, your home, or your car. So normally police need a warrant if they want to search any of your belongings or your house. But if they approach you at home or on the street and ask to search any of your belongings, you can always and you should always say no. If they don't have a warrant and they try to search you despite saying no, see if anyone around you can be a potential witness and tell the cop or the police firmly and clearly, I do not consent to this search. Being silent is not enough. So if a cop is trying to search you, very clearly enunciate, I do not consent to this search. If they do it anyway, keep on reiterating that and keep on making that statement. I'm so sorry, it's cold. Sometimes law enforcement agencies, especially ICE, will use fake warrants to try to get into your home or to try to get into your car, whatever it is. So you have to check for 3 things to make sure it's a real warrant. It has to be signed by a judge. It has to have a relatively recent date. And it has to identify the person and the address to be searched. So it has to have the identifying information, signed by a judge, and it has to have a relevant or timely date. Look for those 3 things. Do not speak to cops. Not the time to debate. Do not lie to cops. Cops can lie to you, and they are generally fishing for information. And if they do search you, or they are trying to search you, make sure they have a warrant. If they do not have a warrant and they still try to search you, just make sure that to the best that you can, if you feel safe, record and keep each other safe. Good?
So make sure to stay close. The second is move as one. Stay behind the front banners. They keep our protest united and protected. This helps with visibility for those at the front as well. If you are unable to walk with the crowd, march on the sides instead of crowding the front of the march. Next, This is a family-friendly rally. We see people of all ages joining us. Please keep in mind that at all wall actions, alcohol and drugs are prohibited. And it's meant to be for the family, and there will be young children and elders alike that are feeling welcome to come to these rallies. Profanity is also highly discouraged. Thank you. Mask up at rallies. With increased COVID cases, unprecedented surveillance, and repression from the IOF, trained NYPD, right-wing media, and Zionist provocateurs, protect your health and identity at protests. So please mask up if you are able to. Wear a kafiyah as a face covering, or use umbrellas to curtail drone surveillance right over there. Respect organizers. Palestinian, Arab, Muslim communities are grieving the genocide while also organizing to respond to this moment. Please respect the wishes of organizers that are all wearing orange tape. You will see the orange tape on them, and that means they are an organizer. We are marching amongst people who have lost many loved ones. So let us march together. Travel in groups. Travel to and from the action with a buddy, especially when you are leaving and when we ask for folks to disperse. If you ever get lost at a rally, you could look up at WOL Palestine on Instagram, where we're posting regular updates on where our location is. Do not talk to cops, Zionists, and right-wing media. Fox News is Zionist news. All of these companies are Zionist companies, so we will not be talking to them. Keep the focus on Palestine. Do not engage with detractors. One of them, and we always say this, one of them, 10 of them, will not disrupt thousands of us. Let's make that clear.
only one solution. Free Palestine! The people united will never be defeated! The people united will never be defeated!
I could go in there and live in a giant fucking
Free Palestine! Within our lifetime! We will free Palestine! Within our lifetime! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Palestine will be free! There is only one solution! There is only one solution! Intifada revolution! Don't you cry! Palestine will never die! Palestine will never die! देख रहे हैं आप कितने लोग हैं
इतनी सर्दी में घरों से निकले हैं और इनमें से आधे भी फ़लस्तीनी नहीं हैं, लेकिन उनको पता है कि जस्टिस क्या है, उनको पता है कि फ्रीडम क्या है। आप तो अपने मुल्क में हैं और निकलते हुए डरते हैं। आज़ादी प्लेट में रख के नहीं मिलती, आज़ादी के लिए बहुत कुछ करना पड़ता है। हम कब से कैद हैं।
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the sea to the river,
Palestine will live forever.
You need to stop being afraid of things.
Exactly. Like maybe we
no justice,
No peace.
no justice,
No peace.
no justice.
No peace.
If we don't get it, 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 if Gaza doesn't get it, if Jenin doesn't get it, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down.